നമ്മുടെ ഇന്നത്തെ അടുത്ത സെഗ്മെന്റ് വിജയവീതി. വിജയവീതിയിലൂടെ നമ്മൾ ഇന്ന് പരിചയപ്പെടുന്ന ഒരു റിനോൺഡ് ആർട്ടിസ്റ്റിനെയാണ്. ഭരതനാട്യവും കർണാട്ടിക് മ്യൂസിക്കും സാൻസ്ക്രിറ്റ് ലിറ്ററേച്ചറിലും പാണ്ഡിത്യം തെളിയിച്ച ഒരു വ്യക്തി, ഡോക്ടർ അലകാനന്ദ. ഡോക്ടർ PhD എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. നമ്മുടെ ഈ സാൻസ്ക്രിറ്റ് ലിറ്ററേച്ചറിൽ തന്നെയുള്ളൊരു PhD എടുക്കുകയും ഇവിടെ കാനഡയിൽ ശ്രീ ലാസ്യ കലാകേന്ദ്ര ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് എന്ന പേരിൽ ഒരു അക്കാഡമി നടത്തുകയും അവിടെ കർണാട്ടിക് മ്യൂസിക്കും ഭരതനാട്യവും കുട്ടികൾക്ക് പഠിപ്പിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. നോർത്ത് അമേരിക്കയിലെ പല പല സ്ഥലങ്ങളിലും യൂറോപ്പിലും ഒക്കെ ധാരാളം പെർഫോമൻസ് കാഴ്ചവെക്കുകയും വർഷങ്ങളായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു എന്താ പറയുക പരിചയം സമ്പന്നതയും ഒക്കെ ഉള്ളൊരു വ്യക്തിയാണ് ഡോക്ടർ. അപ്പം ഡോക്ടർ അലകാനന്ദ ഈ അടുത്തിടെയാണ് നമുക്ക് ഒരു പെർഫോമൻസ് കാഴ്ചവെക്കേണ്ടത്. അതൊരു വെറൈറ്റി ക്രിയേഷൻ തന്നെ വേണേൽ പറയാം. നമ്മുടെ ഗുരുവായൂരപ്പൻ ടെമ്പിളിൽ നടന്ന ഗീതാർജനം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് ഭഗവത്ഗീതയിലൂടെ നമ്മൾ ധാരാളം കേട്ടുമറന്ന കഥകളാണ്. അർജുനനും കൃഷ്ണനും തമ്മിലുള്ള ആ ഒരു ഗീതോപദേശം കൊടുത്തിട്ട് അർജുനനെ യുദ്ധത്തിൽ അയക്കുന്ന ആ ഒരു കഥ, ആ ഭാഗം, അതുപോലെ ഒരു 3 ചാപ്റ്റേഴ്സ് ഭഗവത്ഗീതയിലെ ഗീതാർജനം എന്ന പേരിൽ ഒരു ക്രിയേഷനാണ്. ഡ്രാമയും ഡാൻസും ഒക്കെ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ടൊരു വെറൈറ്റി. അപ്പം ഇതിൻ്റെ ബാക്കിലുള്ളൊരു കോമ്പസിഷനും പിന്നെ ഈ ഒരു യാത്രയിൽ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നിട്ടുള്ളൊരു പ്രതിസന്ധികളെക്കുറിച്ചും കൂടുതൽ സക്സസ്ഫുൾ ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്റ്റോറികളും ഒക്കെ നമുക്ക് കേൾക്കാം ഡോക്ടർ അലകാനന്ദയിൽ നിന്ന് അടുത്തതായി.
Namaskaram. My name is Medha. I'm a student of dance in Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam and Kuchipudi, and I'm honored today to sit across from Dr. Alakananda ji. Namaskaram. Namaste. Welcome to the Guruvayurappan Temple of Brampton. So, quick introduction. Dr. Alakananda is an artist with a unique combination of expertise in Bharatanatyam classical dance, as well as Carnatic vocal music and Sanskrit literature. This combination has been the stepping stone for Dr. Alakananda to practice and impart these ancient traditional fine arts to her students. Her spiritual discourses, specifically in many of the scriptures such as the Bhagavad Gita and the Vishnu Sahasranamam, has inspired so many devotees across the world. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's such an honor, especially as a student of dance, to sit across from you and to hear about your opinions today. So thank you.
Namaste. Even I'm equally fortunate to be in this pristine temple.
Of course.
Our own Guruvayurappan temple.
So just to begin, I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about what inspired you to take on the mega Bhagavad Gita project in your show today.
It's a very funny story. First of all, in SVBF, Etobicoke, they asked me very casually, Alakananda, can you do a performance on 1 or 2 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita for Gita Jayanti?
Yeah.
Then, very naturally, I said, okay, I will do it.
Yeah.
Because always I say yes, and then work for it.
Of course.
So no never comes to my mind. So when I went home to select the shlokas, I started feeling that each and every shloka is speaking volumes. So who am I to select 1 or 2 and present it?
Yeah.
At that moment I decided Bhagavad Gita is the thing which has to be taken with more depth.
Yeah.
And I am not the person to choose. So let me do every shloka of Bhagavad Gita. So that was like a mega project which started.
Yeah. So in reading these shlokas, were you first thinking of the choreography or the music that should go with it? What do you think came first to you?
Of course it is the music, because when I started studying in depth, taking into consideration many other commentaries and everything, I felt it will be more appropriate when we sing each shloka with appropriate raga, according to the meaning, according to the emotion which it is projecting. So I started putting the appropriate ragas for each section, according to the topic and the meaning.
Okay.
And whenever we, not reciting, when we recite, it will be going robotically. The mind will be somewhere else. The mouth will be speaking the shlokas. That won't connect us with the core of shloka.
Yes.
But when we sing it slowly, we have the chance to visualize the whole picture of the whole shloka. And thus it will really hit our heart deep inside. and it stays with us. So that's the reason whenever I take any of the shlokas from Shankaracharya's works or any other stotras, I always make it a point to give the appropriate raga and sing joyfully, slowly, beautifully.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
So-
So would you say your creative process is fairly similar in dealing with these scriptures? With the Bhagavad Gita, the Vishnu Sahasranamam, are they similar the way that you approach them and deal with them?
Yes, yes, always.
Yeah.
That is the plus point about being a dancer and a musician
Yeah.
and the literature person.
Absolutely.
So when we are able to see all the three with one eye,
Yeah.
certainly something else click. And that takes me to the deep layer of that shloka. So I enjoy
Yeah.
singing the stotras, not reciting the
Yeah.
stotras.
Absolutely. I was also curious, so just if you could elaborate on it a bit more, because in my personal experience, hearing the Bhagavad Gita and shlokas, typically they are very monotone and very robotic, like you said, but you chose to approach it as ragas. Was that so you could express the sentiment behind the shlokas?
Yes. Bhagavad Gita, even though it is recited and it is done as shloka with vrittam. However, if you look at the meaning and the background of those words, particular words coming from Krishna or Arjuna, it has layers of meaning to it.
Absolutely.
So when we sing, naturally, we have the liberty to visualize till we sing that word. So it does some kind of magic
Yeah.
when we are singing. And that is the reason, even though all my co-artists are students, in the sense who have learned the Bhagavad Gita, they are not trained in music. But because they are enjoying the literature
Yeah.
along with the music, it is that enthusiasm
Yeah.
which is taking them to sing
Yeah.
along with us in Geetarjanam. And they are thoroughly enjoying.
Yeah. So outside of the choreography itself, how did you prepare your dancers? Did you instruct them to read on these scriptures and read as much of it as they could, or what was your process like in preparing them outside of the dance itself?
See, in dance, unless we understand the word and project it in the same way,
Yeah.
we are not conveying it to the audience,
Absolutely,
anything.
yeah.
So there will be a big barrier.
Yeah.
So I insist that every dancer should know meaning, inner meaning of every word, what they are doing with their hand gestures. For that matter, in Bhagavad Gita, there are so many abstract topics,
Absolutely. Yes.
thoughts, and the words,
Yeah.
huge concepts like Bhakti Marga, Jnana Marga, Yoga, Brahman. These are all very abstract.
Yes.
So to bring them into the dance language, I had to come up with many of the hand gestures as well.
So just kind of adding on that, being a dancer myself, I know how hard it is with certain shlokas that don't seem directly conducive to dance. So with these abstract concepts, how did you think about how to choreograph it, to convey it faithfully in your shows?
Yes. Basically, I put myself into the shoes of Arjuna, into the shoes of Krishna,
Yeah.
and then Dhritarashtra, Sanjaya. So when I put myself into it, how will I be feeling in the battlefield and in the palace, thinking about the battlefield, what is happening there. So it is like catharsis.
Yeah.
I would have gone through totally
Yeah.
into Bhagavad Gita.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful.
So for that matter, if you see Krishna, he has pages and pages of
Yeah.
shlokas which he has to deliver.
Yes.
So even for Krishna, unless she puts herself totally into the role of Krishna, it is not possible. So
I am also curious, there are so many singers who are part of today's show, and are they all trained in music?
No, no, not at all. They all like to sing,
Yeah.
but they hadn't had the chance to learn properly from their young age. So it is their enthusiasm and dedication towards Bhagavad Gita which has made them to sing
Yeah.
from the heart.
Yeah.
So whenever we sing from the heart with passion, automatically that devotion, passion will speak to itself as music. So learning the skill of music is one thing. It stops at one level.
Absolutely.
But when it is taken from the other aspect, the flavor of their music itself is so different.
Yeah.
So
For
they are
sure.
thoroughly enjoying now.
So in
singing.
preparing for today's show, were the musicians always rehearsing with the dancers and they were always together? Or did they rehearse separately and then come together? What was the process like?
I would say the musicians would be learning in the class, in the sense through the lectures which I used to give. They would practice on their own. The last 1 month, they used to come to me.
Yeah.
And I used to be the bridge.
Yeah.
I would sing exactly what we would have practiced to the dancers.
Yeah.
So only about 3 or 4 together
Yeah.
practice we would have had.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just for my last question, I know you're a very busy woman, but I was just curious, what is your prime goal for Geetarjanam today?
Geetarjanam. Arjanam means imbibing,
Yeah.
acquiring, earning, taking in. Arjanam. Geetarjanam. We are all imbibing the essence of the eternal truth through Bhagavad Gita. So, my goal of taking this Geetarjanam to as many people as possible so that they are able to get the joy of singing, not reciting.
Yeah.
Because when we sing from the bottom of the heart, it stays in us. It gives us a chance to apply in our life. So that is my hope that people are attracted to get into Bhagavad Gita and get the benefit of it and live it. That is my goal.
Thank you so much. It was such an honor speaking with you today, and I'm so looking forward to seeing your show today. So thank you. Namaskaram.